Now then. Oh, that is... Ah, there we go. That's better. Oh, this is not better, though. Why am I suddenly tiny? Stop being tiny. There we go. Good. Continuing on now. We left off just at day 4. I was given executive powers. I enacted some orders to help slow down the plague. We have some drugs and some health. For the next time Daniel inevitably has a mental breakdown. Okay, we're set, I think. Hello. Greetings, Doctor. First of all, allow me to admit how utterly honored I am to serve under an esteemed specialist with a metropolitan education. Here's my report. The town is on the brink. Problems keep piling up. I've already cancelled the younger Oglinski's decree on vaccinating the population with who knows what. We'll see infection rates slow down soon. I'm sure it was a very wise decision, but it's not enough. You're in charge now, and your power isn't about shuffling decrees around like a deck of cards. It's a whole list of urgent issues that demand your immediate and full attention. Like what? Like the water supply. I'll have you know that tonight, vandals destroyed the town's plumbing system. All the water pumps are broken. Why would anyone destroy the plumbing? Ah, you're new in town and not used to our ways yet. The steppe folk have some superstitions, so to speak, about digging up the ground. Vlad the Younger built the plumbing to provide the town with fresh water, but not everyone approved of his kindness. Once again, the doctor is the patient is the doctor's most bitter enemy. Their beliefs forbid them from, how do I put it, violating the integrity of the ground without dire need. The pipes were underground, ergo, the pipes are the root of all evil. Naive logic, indisputable in its own way. So we have one day to provide water to the whole town. Easy enough. Without water, the infection will spread even faster than it already is, and the town won't survive long. And unfortunately, that's not the only problem we're facing today. They also need your decision on how to dispose of the bodies. As usual, you want to challenge death, what you have to do is tidy up after her triumph. The plague is fierce indeed, and it has struck down many in just a couple of days. I'd say it's running this town into the ground, but that's hardly the problem. Burial is slow, expensive, and hard. There's the obvious alternative of burning the bodies. Judging by your tone, Heron, there's some catch to that idea, then. The measure won't be popular. In the capital, they opened a new crematorium recently, or so they say. But even for the metropolitan masses, the idea of burning bodies is scandalous. What do you expect from us, then? Making such a decision would make you extremely unpopular among the masses, and anger the townsfolk. That's a reasonable argument. It's also the matter of the smell, smoke, ashes, soot. How do we handle all that? We don't have a newfangled crematorium like that. It's not really a true substitute for the crematorium. But you do have factory furnaces, right? That's the best available option. Very well. I'll make the arrangements in your name today. And there's another issue. The distribute... Appreciate your zeal, but I must go now. My previous secretary poisoned himself with Celine. The Oglimskis were generous in providing an assistant for the command. The bar is not high. I see. How are we going? Ah, we can do that again. Okay, that's good. What else? Contagion is down very, very low. Unrest is a bit high. We'll do that. Oh, hold on. Curfew. Minus equipment, patrolmen. Medical inspection. Quarantine. The unrest gets a bit too high. Protection from Shepnek. Do we have that? We do. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Hello, clock. I'd love to look at you, but time's a wasting. Hello.
Shall I sing a song for you?
I love the song, yes. Dr. Dankovsky, I was told you had agreed to leave the town during the plague. I'm glad that power is now in the hands of a man who is no stranger to compassion. Good to see you again, Lara. What can I do for you? It's kind of you to remember me in this whirlwind of faces and duties. So much alights on your shoulders along with that power. Please, spare me a minute. Of course, I'm listening. My house has been a shelter for anyone who needs a roof over their head. Now that the whole town is in peril, I need to play my part more than ever. I shelter those who've lost something. Their home, their loved ones, their job, their reason to live on. Please be careful. An endless flow of people going through your house makes it a potential vector for infection. Yes, of course. I have helpers, besides lodgings. We also help with food, water, medicine. People are used to turning to us in their time of need, which is a good thing, but now our supplies are dwindling. To be honest, we'd be grateful for any help Town Hall can spare us. You distribute water? This morning I was told the plumbing system had been destroyed. Where do you get your water? It has, but we still have water carriers in these parts. They go to the springs in the steppe and carry barrelfuls of water from there. I've already arranged the deliveries. They're very compassionate people. Their water must be checked for the pathogens first. Wouldn't want to have a cholera outbreak on top of the plague. Okay. Something to think about. Oh, hello. I'll have to chat with you later. My device is currently filled. Hello. Oh, so you're our doctor now. No wonder the whole theater cleared out when you showed up. I mean, everything is ready for you in the former theater. All the potions, poultices, and beds. Your assistant sent me to tell you that they're waiting for you. Hey, something is going according to plan. On my way there. Ah, the lanterns that I put up. Nice. Okay, what are we thinking for today? Ah. Someone wants Bad Grief dead. I have a meeting scheduled with Georgie in his workshop. Need to help Bura in the hospital. The theater. Okay, let's go to Georgie first. He's the closest. Oh, wrong way.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
No one, apparently. Oh, okay, go around the front. Ah, here. Hello?
The Onira techs have met the challenge. The polyhedron will live.
Bachelor, you arrive at a most opportune moment. Would you mind helping me resolve a matter of some complexity, so to speak? Please, hear the accusation and lend your mind to the weighing of a verdict. I'm not sure that's responsible. I have no experience with legal matters. Experience is a rather relative thing. You seek to understand Simon, do you not? If so, it will be instructive for you to put yourself in his place. Simon was particularly interested in trials where law came into conflict with justice. Very well then, I'm ready. Excellent. Then let us proceed. Look upon this young man. By the letter of the law, his fate is the gallows. What did he do? He killed his old man, slit his throat with a knife. Is there any evidence besides your word? Wasn't his real father. Neighbors say the man picked the boy up off the street about 3 years back, took pity on the beggar, fed him, taught him carpentry. The boy turned out wild, climbing through neighbors' windows, stealing shiny things like a damn magpie, dragging his loot home. The father tried raising him, with words, with the rod, but it didn't work. Yesterday, the whole thing ended with a knife to the throat. Poor bastard. The rod, you're serious. Why did your father beat you, boy? He won't answer. Seems he's mute. Don't talk at all. You see, Bachelor, even now you're moving away from the law and beginning to look for nuance. Think about why you were doing so. To ease your conscience, perhaps? To act strictly according to the law would be too cruel, would it not? And if he did beat him, so what? He was right to, wasn't he? The boy don't understand kindness. To pass judgment, one needs to see the whole picture. What, you feel sorry for the little savage? What about the man? Don't you feel sorry for him? You let this one go, and tomorrow he'll climb through another window at someone else's throat. It'll be on you. You. Why are you so certain that he's the murderer? The whole damn street heard it. They heard the screams. The man was yelling, saying how dare he speak to him like that. Then there was a crash. The whole flat turned upside down. Turned upside down? So they fought? Think, will you? What kind of stupid questions are these? Of course they fought. In your view, this frail youth could fight an adult man on equal terms. He's wild. Ain't you seen how savages fight? Think, Bachelor, that about yourself, not the case. You probe the accusation for weakness, but why? I want you to look at yourself from the outside and answer this question. What is driving you now? A thirst for justice or compassion? There can be no justice without compassion. Simon said that compassion is a double-edged sword. Compassion leads to doubt, and doubt may lead to error. And what, by your reckoning, would Simon have done? That was his gift. He could see beyond dilemmas and paradoxes, reconciling compassion with law. When faced with two resolutions, he was able to choose both. He believed that if you weigh another's fate, you can only use the scales of your own conscience. Hey, hold on. You mean to let this little limp imp go? What kind of conscience was that, letting a crime go without punishment? The boy is guilty of theft, that much I understand. That much I understand is proven. The other charges are shaky. Well, look at this. Shaky, he says. We hold in a wagon full of evidence, and it's shaky to him. I don't, and you don't either. That is precisely the problem. Thank you, Bachelor. I shall take your observations into account when I render judgment upon the boy's fate. As for your own fate, you're not yet prepared to understand Simon, nor to think as he did, but I see that you are trying. Return the day after tomorrow. Another dilemma awaits. I'll be there, I promise. Ooh, walnuts. And I am having a heart attack. Gee, that one's mighty ugly. Whose idea was it to put his nastiness everywhere? We're scared enough as it is without seeing these towering wooden things. Should have put up something nice instead. Something beautiful that would please the eye. They say scarecrows ward off all things unholy and unclean. Not doing a great job with the unclean ones, then. I haven't had a bath in a week, but here I am. I know. They're to scare off birds, right? It's obvious. Birds spread the infection, so they're keeping them away. That's nonsense. What evil do birds ever do to anyone? Birds are God's own creatures. Any infection bounces right off them. Ma, let's go, Ma. I don't want to be here, Ma. As for your bird theory, it's interesting, but alas, erroneous. Yeah, keep wagging your tongues. It's a plague effigy. It means the infection's already here, and they locked us up like rats in a plague nest, and are waiting for all of us to croak. We've got to run before it's too late. You think you'd get very far? The steppe is like a sea. You can't cross it on foot. Have you ever seen the sea, tramp? I followed the track. You can't get lost if you follow the track. You're planning on breaching the quarantine? Quarantine? What quarantine, my dear fellow? All I'm seeing is, in a word, a mess, and I'm done being part of this mess. Done. Do you imagine the plague is a voluntary affair? Do you think you can opt in or out? The plague is a beastly affair. What our higher-ups are doing with that quarantine of theirs is twice as beastly. Huh, Pa? Here we go? Let's go home, please. Listen to your son. He's the only one among you who says sensible things. Okay. Next step. I know Bad Grief is about to be killed, so I think I better go see him next. You. The hell are you skulking around here for? Who do you run with? Not one of Bad Grief's boys, are you? You don't look it. Keep walking, pal. This is me telling you nicely. We don't got time to count your bones. What did Bad Grief do to you? Why are you breaking into his place? That bastard killed Simon, thinks he can get away clean? The hell you have, Grief? Do you hear me, you son of a bitch? You're getting what's coming to you. For Simon. I didn't know Simon, but something tells me he wouldn't approve of a revenge killing. Now scuttle back under your log. If you don't know Simon, none of this is any concern of yours. And I've got heat enough for everyone tonight. Been itching to fill a grave since this morning. Are you sure Bad Grief killed Simon? This is important. Do you have evidence? A cartload of proof. Or maybe I should say, a carload. Everyone knows what Grief's business is. Stashing goods in railway cars. Simon was mighty twisted about it, so Bad Grief killed him. Get it? It all adds up. That's it? Seriously? No, there's more. When word got out that the sage was murdered, we went to the Crucible that very same day. There was a whole crowd of people showing their loyalty and paying their respects. And this Bad Grief, standing there with a huge smirk on his bastard face, not a tear in his eye. I didn't cry either when I learned of Simon's death. Does that mean I killed him? You deaf or what? I'm telling you, he stood there smirking. Who laughs like that when someone's dead? I get the impression Simon meant a lot to you. Did you know him personally? Simon. Back when I was young and foolish, I got wasted and knifed a guy in the street. They nabbed me straight away and were going to string me up. Turns out I stabbed Simon Kane of all people. Almost did him in, and he told him to let me go. He said he forgave me. He got me off the hook with the whole town watching. He said he had the gallows taken apart and distributed the bits for firewood. It was winter. And he invited me back to the Crucible and sat me down at the table with his whole family. Could you imagine? I sure couldn't. Before Simon, everyone had treated me like a dog. Then he took one look at me, and right as I knew I was a person, not a dog at all. I'll remember it forever. Simon set an example for how to treat criminals. And now what are you doing? So what's your plan? To let him go? A murderer loose in the town? You almost killed Simon, and he responded by breaking bread with you. And how's it right that our greatest man is lying in the ground while his murderer eats, sleeps, and breathes? Happy as a clam. It's not right, but you do understand that killing Grief won't bring Simon back? You're right. This was a bad idea. I guess being so miserable and so hammered drove me proper nuts. Every time some screw goes loose in my head, I make a mess of things and regret it later. I mean, look at me, knife in hand, trying to smash down some bastard store. Simon definitely would have told me off. Come on, Vid, let's sober up. I knew you were being a reasonable man. I'm glad to be proven right. Whew. Hello there. Hey, who the hell are you? I'm Daniel Dankowski. You say that as if I should know you. Sorry, pal. First time I heard that name. It's alright, pal. Who are you people, by the way? Us? We work for Bad Grief. So he's not alone out here, then. Why are you trembling in the corner like field mice? There are 2 of you and 2 of them. What's the problem? We're not fighters. We're just businessmen. We don't have nothing to fight with, neither. No weapons. Businessmen. I know what kind of business you do, and I don't buy your disclamation for violence. But very well. Where's Bad Grief? There he is. Got a hole in his side, but he'll live, I think. I'm a doctor. If he's wounded, I can help. Really? You're not with those guys, are you? They got into their heads, Grief bumped off Simon. The halfwit flew right off the handle. Stop wasting time. Medical attention is more effective the earlier it's applied. Hear that, Grief? There's some guy here. Says he's a doctor and can help. Huh? Come on in, doctor. Finally. I'm also in need of medical attention.
A jug sent to the well often is soon smashed.
Dankowski? Mother always told me to stay away from ticks, tricks, and doctors. I didn't listen, of course. Did those goons clear off? I say they managed a stray slash. Let me see the wound. No need. Just a scratch. Blood ain't whiskey, and knife ain't risky. But sepsis can be pesky. The goons. Are they gone? Did you chase them away? How'd you do it? I heard them out. That's often all it takes. I'd have heard them out if they didn't get straight to stabbing. So what do they want? It was because of the railway raid, am I right? I was just trying to help. I had no idea the patrolmen would sweep the cars. I'm telling you, I had no idea. It had nothing to do with the railway raid. Those men thought you killed Simon Kane. Well, without him, the town flipped its lid. People let him go of their final marble. Perhaps. But why are they pinning it on you? That's my point, and it's the sharpest one I own. I have no idea. Everyone's frothing at the mouth to pin the blame. Today it's me off Simon. 2 days ago it was Isidore done by his own son. And tomorrow it'll be your turn. Blame for both. Just you wait. What's your theory? Who do you think killed Simon? None of our townsfolk would lay a finger on Simon. That's a cast iron fact. Yeah, I bet you the gold in my teeth it was an out-of-town vixen. The broad with the mean face. Have you seen her? Arrived on the same train as you. I don't remember anyone like that on the train. Or else you and I would be having a very different idea of a mean face. Must have been in another car then. She's in capital dress, and she looks at you like you're a knot in the woodwork that needs smoothing down. I saw her when I was hanging by the station. My people say she pops up like a rash all over town. One day loitering at the Crucible, the next at Samatin's pub, ferreting her out morsels about Simon wherever she goes. Well, I'm in capital dress, and I poke my nose in about Simon wherever I go. What up? Oh, I'll go with this one. I'm confused by your hypothesis. If she killed him, why would she be ferreting out morsels about him? You, Dankowski, are worse than a pickled watermelon. Come on, use your head. She was after something of Simon's. She offed him, but didn't get what she was looking for. Now she's circling the town like a vulture, trying to find out where Simon hid whatever it is. What is this mysterious item Simon was killed for? Do you know anything about it? You know what they say. If I could see the cards, I'd have a house by the sea. I got no clue what it is, but I'll tell you one for free. Simon was the only thing holding this town together. He was our pillar, and when the pillar fell, the plague crashed down on us. Do you think that's a coincidence? Might as well say snow and winter's a coincidence. Either way, an out-of-town woman asking about Simon is interesting. I suppose I ought to track her down. Oh, I'll be taking that. Thank you. Capital woman. This way, then. Hello? leg. My damn leg. What am I gonna do? What exactly are you doing, if you don't mind me asking? Huh? Nothing special, really. I'm standing still. Frozen. Obviously. I can see that, but why on one leg? Don't ask me. Ask the town hall. Got the new decree? They've abolished time. I was mid-step when the order came down, so now we're both stopped in our tracks, both Time and I. Can't even scratch my nose or pass gas. I don't get it. So time stopped. Why should you? Out of solidarity, of course. It's the only decent thing to do. I stand along with time until they release it. Fair enough. Your leg, your choice. Funny. Hello? Move aside, pal. You're blocking the sky. Isn't it cold lying on the ground? Time's standing still, so there's no need to hurry anywhere. Care to lie down? I don't mind the company. Alas, time cannot truly be stopped, but I'm glad for you. Seems like you needed a little rest. Let's calm down a bit here. I was hoping I'd calm down a little bit more than that, but oh well. How many healing things do I have? Not enough.
Never alone. Seems everywhere.
Chart papers. Shard correspondence. What did I just pick up? Previously an extensive correspondence, now burned. Only a few lines survived, along with the Iron Heart insignia.
Don't stand there like a statue.
Nankovsky! Ah, the view from up here is to die for. They say some damsel from the capital is frequenting your bar now. Ah, I didn't call this filthy soul the broken out for nothing, did I? Nankovsky and his damsels from the capital. What, is a pair of pretty thighs the only thing that can lure you to the ends of this earth? You have it backwards. It's the other way around. I suspect it was she who's come here because of me. But once again, why am I not surprised? You're imitable in your bloated self-importance. I can believe you would charge over the hills and far away chasing a female fatale, or a femme fatale, but her trudging after someone like you? Not likely, with all due respect. I've never even seen her, Andrew, and I can't describe her to you. They say she has a wicked face. Your kind of gal. Well, I always attracted the smart, unapproachable women. She was a crush of her own level, some country bumpkin. You'll produce a litter of brats and live in a house overlooking a herd of sheep. Quiet, happy life. Just tell me, have you seen her or not? I'd remember someone from the capital. If she was here, then I must have missed her. It's not like I could stick here all day. I'm a busy man. Ask the bartender. I will, thank you. Oh, thank you. Everyone gets a drink on the house today. What's the reason for this sudden generosity? As if you couldn't guess. Your deeds are legends of these parts. You've saved Andrew, saved our pub. You get two. Didn't save Kulan. Kulan. Oh, the other dancer. Kulan will help others. Her blood will become part of the vaccine that saves the town. Or it doesn't. Then no one will survive, probably. B. Shamda. Kelebneb. Biyizid. Kainyed. Bishebi. Karin. Bid. Bodoto. Poor Kulan. I'm interested in one of your customers. She wears clothes in the capital fashion, and she asked about Simon. Oh, I remember her. She played chess at that table over there with one of the locals. I noticed her at once because, you know, she looks like her every step is a capture en passant. I don't understand. Does she have a limp or what? No, I'm meaning to say that she's evidently very intelligent. I fixed a complimentary arrow for her on the house, so to say, and I got the wrong drink. She pushed it to the edge of the table like I'd served her bull bile. Which of the locals did she play with exactly? I don't remember. Got caught up in the bustle. But what does it matter anyway? He's all lost. He lost all the games to her. Every last one. There's a word. Pedigree. That's her. In every gesture. I wanted to come over, get acquainted, but I didn't dare in the end. I would take a step, and I'd think she was out of my league, but I'll be certain to come over next time. Doesn't have to try, does it? I was told she had a wicked face. Who said that? Nonsense. A concentrated, thoughtful face, but not wicked. Maybe you've heard her name? Alas, no. It was noisy, and she was sitting pretty far. I've heard her voice. A little hoarse-like, but I didn't get the words. Are you sure we're talking about the same woman? I am. There's never been another like her in this den. She makes my skin crawl. How can that be? Everyone has seen her, but no one can tell me anything of use. No one even knows her name. She's good at keeping secrets and knows the value of words. You can see that at once. By her look, by her walk. Well, thank you anyway. Let's see. So the Inquisitor's somewhere here. We're not entirely sure yet, though.
Want me to sing you a nice little song?
Why the long face, Dankovsky? Did someone die? Still alive, huh? Congratulations. In our current circumstances, that counts as an achievement in of itself. Still alive indeed. I plan to stay the course. I feel just like that servant from the parable about the appointment in Samara. I don't think you remember that parable very well. The appointment in Samara is about the inevitability of death. The servant for the town straight to death's embrace. Have you ever woken up in the morning and realized you could have died the day before, but didn't? Like your destiny was stuck at the crossroads? Andrew, as a doctor, I'm telling you, you definitely could have died if you'd agreed to dubious medical experiments. Last night, after you talked me out of taking that step slop, in my dreams I was dead, standing right there, talking to you, and accusing you of failing to save me. But you did save me. Thank you, Dankovsky. Do you often have dreams like that? Nope. Actually, last night was the first time. Why, though? Hearing about it seemed to perk you up. I think I understand what you mean very well. Lately, it's felt like I've been living at the same sort of crossroads. It's exactly the feeling. Tell me, Dankovsky, how's Kulan? Is she alright? What do you think? It's my fault. What an idiot I was, trusting Vlad. It's fair to say, her death sentence. Don't beat yourself up too much. You didn't force her to take that filth. Everyone was responsible for their own health. You don't understand. She didn't want to get vaccinated. It was me who nudged her, you could say. Stop tormenting yourself with regrets. If you feel guilty, then help. How can I help now? Not Kulan, obviously. Help everyone else. We've got a pub. Customers. If you see someone who looks sick, send them to me. Peeling water from a leaky ship with our bare hands? Well, if you say so. At least have a drink with me before you go. Sorry, I don't drink at work. Now then. We have some places to go. No, thank you. Staff only. The rest must use the main door. Shame I can't use that. Ah, hello.
There is a god.
They told me the theatre's a hospital now, with a doctor for a director. So here I am, looking into your eyes, and how are you a doctor? Do I know you? What do you think? You're Clara, the Sabarov's adopted daughter. Exactly, I've come to help you. I don't recall asking for help. Of course you didn't. You don't know how to talk to people. You aren't clever enough to see what you need help with. I'm just so kind. I can forgive stupidity. That's why I came on my own. So, what can you help me with? I see you're swamped by patients here. There are more of them than rotten apples in autumn, but my hands work miracles. They can take pain away. What do you mean, take pain away? Every illness comes from the heart. The body is nothing more than a reflection of the spirit. You need not understand that. All you have to do is believe. If you don't let me in a few days, your hospital will vanish. Ta-da! Doesn't matter if you like me or not. But what matters is the people inside. Don't you agree? And what are you going to do exactly? Save those you write off as doomed. I don't think it will hamper you. You can't even begin to comprehend the parts of the body I work with. Who knows? Maybe your presence will calm someone. Alright, come in. But don't go around calling yourself a doctor, and don't get in the way of real medicine. Understood? Don't call yourself a doctor. You care more about words than what actually matters, scholar. Alright, I'll obey. I'd say don't get in my way either, but you couldn't even if you wanted to. Words are extremely important. Acceptance.
There's no such thing as straight lines.
Ah, Bora. Lovely to see you, my man. Mediemshin, turning the theater into a hospital. I don't think you could have chosen a better place. Or a worse one. I used to come and see plays here. I've even participated in a few myself. Oh, really? Who did you play? You'll laugh. I was a doctor. Ah. How was it? Did you manage to get into character? I had to make a lot of sacrifices, but in the end, I think I did. Let's get right down to business. You're here, which means you're ready to help, right? I am. And not just to help, Emshin. I want to create a panacea, a medicine that will cure the sand plague. I believe it's possible. Really? Well, if you're so bold, then we'll need tissue samples from the infected. The more, the better. No need to talk to me like a child. This isn't just wishful thinking. And infected are not something we're going to be short of, Emshin. You don't understand, Burra. We need special patients to see how the body reacts to the plague. We need people that are sick with something else too. Do you have any idea where we can find them? I think I know what you're getting at. You're interested in the termitary, aren't you? Good. You're a quick study. What do you know about it? Yes, I've heard it's been sealed off to protect the people inside from the sand pest. They seal the soul of people inside a cramped, filthy pigsty. Smart of them. I expect the termitary is a perfect petri dish right now. Ah, and you need a sample from that dish. There's an outbreak at the Ogumski's plant. I need an intercurrent patient from inside who I can compare to those infected in town. Find me one, Burra. You're a local. You must know a way to get inside. Alright, physician, it's a deal. You'll have your patient, but I have a request of my own. Listening? It's only a small favor. I might be the termitary for some time. There are children in town I'm responsible for. They need to be looked after. While I'm away, I ask you to be their... What's the word you people use? Their guardian. Fine, whatever. Babysitting it is then. Thanks, physician. Then it's a deal. But by the way, before I forget, I have this trinket here. It belonged to my father, but I suspect he might need it more than I do. 3 children. That's exactly 3 more than I'm used to. What did I just get from him? The sword.
Stock. Poor Stock. We tried to convince him, but he refused to believe us.
What else do you want, Emshin? Don't hold me up if you want me to bring you a patient today. I just wanted to clarify one thing. You said you intend to make a panacea. Are you serious? Yes. You're using that name to refer to a cure for the sandpest. I didn't choose the word lightly. The kin hold a belief that the sand plague brings together all diseases at once. It's a primordial, original disease. Before you dismiss that as just a fairy tale, keep in mind, my father shared that belief, and you acknowledge its credibility. Your father survived the previous outbreak and kept the town from perishing then. That's why his opinion carries weight with me. Emshin, we don't have time for debate. Here's your answer. Yes, I hope to find a cure for the plague, to save those who are already sick. You hope to create an effective vaccine, to prevent the plague, to stop it from spreading. Have you made any progress on the cure already? You won't like it. Yesterday, you told the whole town that you think the dead gruel the Odog brew is nonsense, but I think they were looking in the right direction. Herbs and blood are needed, but not the ones they had. Which ones exactly? I haven't figured out yet. But the key to salvation, the solution to the plague, it's here, somewhere. I see. My thoughts about the vaccine were also based on that nightmarish concoction, although I've since left it far behind. We're both still at the beginning of our paths. We have nothing to fight over. We're not getting in each other's way. Maybe one day that day will come, but today is not that day. You're right. I'll be glad if you succeed, if you really do find a way to cure the sick. Now then. Yakov Little, my assistant. Why did he show up? Where did he even come from? There wasn't even a school here. I didn't ask for an assistant. I didn't ask him to climb into the jaws of the plague with me. I never asked for this.
Signs follow Maria like iron follows a magnet. It's uncanny.
Oh god, I hate him already. Doctor, there you are. I've been appointed your assistant. Although my education, in short, I'm not even a veterinarian. Just dabbling in medicine, really. I hope you don't send me away on the first day. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Yakov Little, at your service. We'll see. There's a lot to do. We'll find a use for you. Thank you for trusting me. I solemnly promise to you that I will learn everything. Catch it on the fly. The governor's people found me. I used to do some stitching on them when needed. If they sought you out, that means they survived your mending. That's something, at least. Allow me a question. Yesterday, you ordered us to look for people whose test results suggest sand pest, but don't have its signs and symptoms. How can that be? Intercurrent disease. Another infection suppresses the plague. For a time, supposedly. What's with the dancer from yesterday? How was she feeling? Did you get any reports? I did. She died, but not from the sand pest. 2 diseases weakened her. If we treated the other one, maybe she'd have lived a wee bit longer. But there's good news too. I ventured to test the whole pub for plague this morning. Everyone's clean. So the dancer wasn't contagious then? That's what I'd hoped for. That intercurrent patients are not just immune, but also safe around uninfected. So we're going to make our drug from the blood of these kind patients. The ones the plague doesn't kill outright. Did I get that right? Our vaccine. We'll try, how do I say it, to pass the resistance on to others? Remember, we'll need new patients every day. The resistance to plague may weaken with time. Having a wider research base helps too. So that's how it'll be, huh? We'll find patients, carry them straight to the centrifuge, to make a vaccine out of them. That doesn't sound, humane? No, we'll diagnose them first. Or the centrifuge will spin who knows what. We'll do an interview, a physical exam, a second interview about symptoms, tests maybe, but not for plague. That might be a quandary. The microscope you brought from the capital. We've installed it like some monument, but couldn't find any slides or reagents for it. We're looking for them. We'll try to do something without the microscope for now. Might even be better for the while you're still learning. We'll find everything. It's my first day working. Please don't be too harsh. It's bedlam over here. I've only just discouraged the orderlies from plundering the other costumes, besides the bird ones. Alright, here. I put together a list of diseases we might encounter in patients who resist the plague. But it's easier to show that in action, on a live specimen, so to speak. Live specimens coming up. We found 3 patients for you. Luther, a shopkeeper, Finch, a dryer, and... You haven't filled in that medical chart. How can we work without proper paperwork? You have 1 minute. I'll let it slide this once. Ah. Hello, Changeling.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Oh, we can only hope and pray that comes soon. So, Doctor, is everything to your liking? Is it all set up properly? It'll do. Can't do better in a day anyway. We did our best. Didn't sleep all night. Please tell us if something's not right. Where are the patients we're supposed to examine personally? Don't tell me they're up there on that stage. What a place you found for them. Where else would they be? It's for clarity. To separate them from the patients we wouldn't dare distract you with. Besides, the theatre seems to dictate its own rules, even now that it's a hospital. The moment you walk in, your eyes are drawn to the stage. That's where the most interesting things happen. Can't your little town do anything without symbolism? Fine, leave it as it is. Well then, shall we get to work? We followed your instructions, looked for those who lasted more than 5 to 8 hours with the plague. We found 2. Luther the shopkeeper, and Filat, a guard at the termitory. The third one, Finch, came to us on his own. What about the shopkeeper? Relocated from the affected district. Says she feels fine, just had a fever. I'll ask if you allow it to start with her. She's been waiting the longest. It's awkward. Who's this volunteer, Finch? Just an ordinary worker. Already written himself off. When he came to turn himself in at the hospital, he asked for something for his head. Said it was aching. And Filat, you say, guards that very dormitory that the Bull Enterprise workers that Big Vlad quarantined? That's right. Must have caught it in there while he was on watch. You won't get much in the way of complaints from Filat. Probably best to leave his case for last, if that's not too bold of me for giving advice to a luminary like you. Very well. Let's begin. Who did you ask me to start with, Luther? Alright, have it your way. If you correctly diagnose all patients on any given day, you'll receive a vaccination decree. If you misdiagnose even one patient, you won't receive a vaccination decree. You'll need to restart the day and correct your mistake. Better get it right the first time, then. Wish I could cut this agony short with a scalpel. You're all dead. Even I'm a dead man. Everyone will spin to death in a mad dance laugh. Why do you moan, you fools? Oh. Too manic.
More blunt.
Let's try this again.
Sharp.
I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here, then? I had fever for no reason, but it stopped already. But I'm better now. I had no scratches on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpaper scratches, no dry drought of the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fever? Our house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course. The air was so stuffy in there, I tell you. But there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll still need to examine you. Please undress there, behind the screen. Let's see. Pale skin, rarely leaves home. Heartbeat is normal. Stride back. That's fine. Oh. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something. Maybe it's a symptom. I should ask where the bruise came from. Yeah, let's ask about the bruise. You're done with the exam now, Doctor? Can I go home? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen in a morgue. I told you everything last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to pull my assistant in. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. After death comes pain and woe.
There's nothing that comes after death, you idiot. You called, Doctor. I'm here and ready to heed. So, Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health, despite having a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Well, if she's had fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this. A patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions. About the symptoms. About what's come up during the exam. About the patient's circumstances in daily life. I get it. I think I get it. In theory. God knows how it plays out in practice. I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature. In other words, a fever. Open my ledger, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions is it listed as a symptom of. Wait a second. Gee, 9 of them. 9 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means that you have to find others that narrow down the search, and do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, Mom. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all. But I don't think I've ever been Pale? Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. I'm marking that as a symptom. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record, and what do we get? A mere 2 conditions, down from 9. It's like magic. A single symptom, pallor, eliminated 7 out of our 9 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean the bruise over here, next to your wrist. Did you bump into something? Or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I've never seen it before, and I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. I must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise is from. But if the patient got it from bumping into something, that's not the kind of bruise we're looking for. Are you with us, Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give useful clues. Got it. When in doubt, read about the condition in detail. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list with a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all, from roses to cucumbers. Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all now, Doctor. No, I've never liked digging, and shoveling earth and all that. There. Earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right, it does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living, but in these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, Doctor, about the earthen floor? Earth. Something about earth in the manual. Wish I could remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma, and hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Dr. Dankowski. Stop it with the idolizing. In a couple more days, you'll have gotten the gist of it at the very least. Bravo to you, anyway. You're a true master of medicine. So the patient has the sandpest alongside... What's the other diagnosis? I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, then you can read my verdict. What about me, Doctor? Where am I to go now? What happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. Let's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Now, let's see... Nice fever rats. Hmm. Hello. Oh, let's double check that. Pallor, fever, and a bruise. Hmm. Ah, fever. Could be a rash or eczema? Oh, wait. There's hematomas. Ah, I see. God, it was all right. It was all right next to each other. Fuck. Anemic vasculopathy. Blocking the diagnosis. That's one. You gonna burn me? Where'd you get that idea? Not exactly a secret. This whole thing is like putting out a wildfire. If someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. If someone sneezes, the entire district's sealed off. Sick and healthy folks alike. And then, those who do have the sandpest are marched off and burned. That is not true. We do nothing of the sort. Like hell you don't. Nothing of the sort. Sheesh. You ought to peek outside more of your study more often, Professor. I'm just a bachelor. Don't overpraise me. Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? You want to draw some blood from me? Alright. Where did they say brought you in from? I walked in here, from home. Got it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited today. The neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning, and they were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and walking, and now I'm here. Why'd you need to know that, Doctor? Every minute detail can reveal something. Let's continue. Do you have a family? Or am I lonesome? Man, look at those palms. Skinnery worker? I'm a dyer. I'm breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next it's blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do me anything? It's not very likely. Take off your clothes. Let's do an examination. Ooh. Peeling skin you mentioned. Unlikely to be stone disease, like the eczema. Heart beats too fast. Could be a personal trait. Arms look good. Ooh. Skin is yellow. Didn't like just an old chemical burn scar. Let's ask him some questions. Have you sorted it out, Doctor? Will that be useful in your remedies? My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. Then please, allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. The plague, of course. The sandpest thing, innit? The plague, yes. But there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself. The neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I only had one. You know the best, Doctor. What do you want? To question me, right? Question all you want. You complained that the skin on your chest was peeling. Was it right here? Oh, in the very middle. I mean, right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? Still, no idea. Let's leave your peeling skin for now. Would you talk about something else? Ready for anything. Oh, I can hit that if I want to. Goody. Break.
In every shard, a new me.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's see, anything else to ask you? Okay, that's all the information I'm getting. Okay, let's have a look. Where's eczema? Eczema. Rapid pulse. Hmm. Am I missing something? Hmm. Spending a lot of time doing this, time that I might not have. So he definitely has eczema. Rapid pulse. Routine. Ah, there we go. Give me your hand, please. I'll take your pulse. I believe I noticed your heart behaving erratically. It's too fast. Began running as fast as... We were running fast not too long ago, Doctor. I can hear it myself, racing like a foot in a snare. Too fast indeed. The skin on your foot is yellowing. Lipping conditions can cause this. Have you noticed anything like that? Yellowing? On my foot? That's dye, Doctor. I'm a dyer. The tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old and it's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Well then, thank you. That clarifies things. We can rule out liver disease then. Burning fever then. Eczema, that much is obvious. The symptom can indicate one of two diseases. Now to tell them apart. Your pulse and eczema together give a clear picture, yes. You can put the diagnosis now. The two symptoms make it certain. Ah, I see. Burning fever. Now, last one. And that's the story of my life from times up to the present moment. But why do you want all these details from me? Half an hour's worth of talking and it was all besides the point. I thought you figured you'd be interested to know what the sandpits can get me. Because I'd certainly find it interesting. I'd even say amazing. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning. But only if I can correctly identify your other illness. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Alright, let me ask you this. What time of the day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler. But now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy. My knees give out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. And is this condition of yours progressing? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Alright, Oglimsky corked the termitary shut and you've been guarding it for, is it 6 days since Tuesday? This is the third day you're asking me. May I ask why you distrust me? Well, the third time you asked me. Why ask me to trust me, sir? You said the termitary has been shut down in order to shield its residents from infection. Does this mean they knew there'd be an epidemic? Who knows? At first I said there'd be a blowout of some sort. Sweet suit. Said it on the walls later. Looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees in how they respond to things. Said as well makes a noise. The rest were inquired as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive. Perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough for the cannery, you know. What's going on there now? They're shouting. Lots of clamor, and a nasty kind of clamor too. It's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time stuck in there, like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, no not drink to go around either. The place is after all a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder why they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me. If it were up to you, then what? You can't lock up a living creature against its will. That's how you turn people into beasts. But try so much hinting as that to our Glimsky yes-men. They're dead drunk on power. Used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Disrobe, down to your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. Intend to so preoccupied with the work as a security guard. Here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe. And the cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. Prepare to be examined. Looks exhausted and is trembling. Could it be twiring? Strange redness. Rash, bite, something else. There are red spots on his face, too. Arms are fine. Veins are definitely damaged. The question is how long ago? Ooh. Hmm. Will you let me go, Doctor? I don't understand all this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I've got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and now I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. You have no idea how sick I am of the jokes life plays. Oh, I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood? Maybe take a pill? The weakness you reported accompanies too many different ailments. I must clarify the rest of your symptoms. I've told you my entire life story, Doctor, and you still want more? Ask away, then. How long have you had those red spots on your skin? Never had clear skin, me. It's not a clear skin life over here. Although, let me think. Actually, yeah, the spots you're pointing at are brand new. So I'm keeping the reddening as symptom on your record. That narrows it down to 4 possible diagnoses. What you muttering about, Doctor? Can you recollect having any other ailments besides what you've just already mentioned? Just the fatigue? I don't have time for ailments, do I, Doctor? Between one whole day of work and the next? I'm lucky if I get enough sleep and have time to throw a lunch together. On top of that, lately I've been... Lately you've what? Nothing, Doctor. Losing my train of thought here. Well, I used to chatting away for the whole hour. Like you and I've been doing. I urge you, do not be resentient. Tell me all of it. Any of the out-of-the-ordinary detail about your life, however trivial, may turn out to be important. You really like to dig in, don't you? Like a tick. I don't have any of the out-of-the-ordinary details for you. They're all in the ordinary. Symptoms of alcohol. Is there anything I can hear that mentions alcoholism? Liver failure, maybe? Twiring syndrome? Where's vein damage? Hmm. What am I missing? Let's see. Weakness. Let's have another look. I think I need a sample of that, do I? Hmm. Okay, that's home. You have the clues to this condition. Okay. A meat grinder. Hello, tragedians. Oh, loot.
Tired of this noise.
Oh, bugger.
I don't like this.
Oh, no, 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 thank you. No, thank you. Okay. Let's have a look here. Hello. You just mopped up that floor, now you're walking all over it. Took forever to scrub clean, you know. Look at that devastation. Impressive. How did it even happen? Stop with that clowning, will you? First he's turning the bathroom upside down, but it's only one for all these apartments. People watch their kids here, take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. Now there's you with your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Philiat's, aren't you? Philiat's in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So Philiat's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. Have you been living in the same house for long? Do you know him well? We've known each other since we were kids. He was like a brother to my husband. I helped him out his whole life, with cooking and cleaning and whatnot. He was alone with no one to take care of him. It wasn't too much trouble for me. We were neighbors after all, and friends. Philiat was lucky to have you. Or Philat was lucky to have you. At this rate, I'll soon start to envy people who live in these small towns where everyone knows everyone. We drifted apart a little as time went on, but he used to always thank me that one day it was like, bam, he forgot everything. Never said a word to anyone. He scurried past me to his apartment, eyes down, no hello, no goodbye. But he sure showed his bathroom who's boss. So this sort of frenzied rage isn't typical of Philat? He'd never trashed anything before and was well behaved? What kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. The moment he sits there quietly, then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess, at least didn't punch anyone out. I interviewed Philat and he said he stayed away from alcohol. He didn't drink before, but go ahead and look out the window. The town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's in a beat is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Philat trashed this place in drunken haze, or is that just what you're assuming? Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom. He was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. Thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smartress like you know that, eh? They had vomited. That's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Have you figured out everything you need? I'd like to finish with the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. Can we go back to his drinking habit once more? Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but it's still only a conjecture. In fact, his denial of drinking habits sounded very sincere to me. Who wants to confess to something shameful like that? The thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it. It's the new made ones who are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. If anyone's done, guess if he is. It's like he's completely, become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point. Gone completely off the rocker. Wouldn't say his thoughts are incoherent. He has episodes, you know. Before he tries the bathroom, I'd hear this muttering coming from behind his door every night. And he lives alone. No family, no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. He may be right after all. The hallucinations do point towards delirium. Well, I'll be done now. I have my limits too, you know. Hopping towards is hard enough without a bad-mouthing a former friend is even harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where is Philip's room? I'd like to take a look before I go, after all. It's further down the hallway. Here's the key. I've got work to do. I've been breaking my back for half a day here. Whose fault is it? A fool. Who's also drunk now. Poor soul. Been very helpful. What a mess. Food has gone bad, judging by its appearance last month. I feel sick, not even approaching. Who would eat something like this? Actually, it was so eaten out. A down-and-out alcoholic? Philette denied that he drinks, tries to communal bathroom in a drunken rage, yet his neighbor insists he's drunk himself into delirium tremens. I don't see any bottles in his little room. Signed the bottles scraped together enough for the next one? That must be it. Philiette's a notorious drunk. Oh, hello. San Banya Edem. This is news. The neighbor told me Philette lived alone. Bai Shaya Gab Gab. Bacon up, you're angry. She noob. If shib she. I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Erdem, I said. Why have you come? Alright. Erdem, is that what you call scientists, right? I've nowhere to go. Bag hell die. Don't kick me out, Erdem. Are you Philette's son? You don't look much like him. Not going back to the Warren. Oh, you must be from the Termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the Termitary. Ija Hamni. Harine. You smell like danger. Bolish. Bayash. Go your own way. Will you tell me what's in there, then? In detail, please? People are there. Katanga. What else do you want? We live in there. You're hiding your eyes, lad. I don't think you're telling me the whole truth. Look, it's better if you don't joke around with me. I'll tell. Just let me go. There's a crawl hole out of the Warren. Okay, Philette watches it. Help me go around the angry guards. Terre, Namanye, Ababa. What's inside that plate? Please give me the full details. My patience and time are running out. Bedang, Ogie, Hara, oh. What? Okay, Philette took it. Hid, sheltered, so no one sees. No one returns me to the Warren. Be Kodo, Godoto. Baye, Godobeg. Talked quietly. Dilge. No go on. Yazha. Jeshideb. So no one hears. So hallucinations be removed from the list of symptoms. Why does it have to be all so complicated? Where's Akai Philat? Yon Bulahob, how is he? Finally, some sensible talk. He's in the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor. I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will. Tabnyab. I saw it. He sickens. I found some pills, medicine. What are these? Who was taking them? We don't use these in the steppe. Bit habet. Bedgia. Medid gub. Akai Philat says they had so head doesn't ache. Pardon me. These rags on the bed look like they were used in a compress to bind something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that? I do. Enid hang. Emil Geb. Akai Philat was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him. So he had a fever. And he didn't mention it during the interview. Terek Edguy? I worry for him. That Philat of yours is a drunkard. Unfortunately, I assume that's why he got sick. There are diseases to which drunks are especially vulnerable. Lies, slander. He doesn't drink a single drop. Strict with himself. He won't let me either. That can't be. The symptoms match, and the state of his household says plenty. Don't try to deceive a doctor. I'm not lying, and you're wicked, looking for wickedness in everything. What kind of Erdem are you? You can't see clearly. You've insulted me. Insulted like it, Filat. Leave. Your willingness to help dried up quickly. But I'll look around here anyway. Concentrate. What a mess. Food's gone bad. Hmm. No bottles though. Didn't understand a thing you said, but you sound displeased. Hmm. Fever. Hmm. Well, what is it, Doctor? You feel like doing badly? Drunk himself to death's door, didn't he? I'll take another look at him, and I strongly advise you get checked for the sand pest as well. The moment I heard he was talking to himself all night long, I knew right away I'd never see my old neighbor again. Such a horrifying sign. I'd say you're mistaken. Philat isn't suffering from insanity. He wasn't conversing with voices in his head. He was talking to the boy from a termitory. From the termitory? You mean he brought in one of those little beasts into our house? I thought you'd want to know. Good day to you.
Halt knows this one. Will not let you through.
Nope. 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 Good performance, guys. Now then. Hello there. Here you are. What took you so long, Doctor? Did my mice detain you? I've met a mouse in your apartment. A huge one, the size of a teenage boy. Wouldn't happen to know how it crawled from the cellar until you met him. I tried to protect him with everything I had. I went to your hospital so he wouldn't catch it from me. And then you lied. You described fatigue, but you've been nauseous, feverish, and much more. Never been a good liar. If I told you too much, you'd know that someone was changing my bandages, that needed money to feed 2 mouths, so I talked as little as I could. Regardless, I found out. Nothing to hide now. Sure, I led the boy through a hidden passage away from the slaughterhouse. He's just a kid, Doctor. It was hardship that brought him to the cannery. Just like that, Fat Flag put him to work. Young or old. Doesn't matter to the Oglimskis. They sent everyone to the factory. This is of little interest to me. You disobeyed orders. I tell your superiors that the vaccine weren't so important. I'm no hero, but I was taught to draw the line somewhere. I treat people like people, period. I've done what I could. So you're saying you'd let more people out if you had more authority in such decisions? They'll starve people to death in the termitary, and not just in there either. While you were out, I overheard people in the hospital. Aren't you the tyrant who ordered a quarantine? Without the quarantine, the plague would devour your town in just a day or two. It's the plague I restrict, not people. Those are dangerous games you play, Doctor. I'm not the only one who doesn't like restrictions. Today, people endure. Tomorrow, too. But in the days that follow, they'll erupt. I told you. You can't humiliate a living being without suffering consequences. And this imprisonment humiliates the town a second time. Everyone's a critic. My decisions are not for debate. This won't end well, I tell you. Neither you nor I know what tomorrow will bring. We'll see, for that. I didn't come to discuss this, but rather your diagnosis. You seem to be eating very poorly lately. The food on your table is rotten, spoiled. That's dangerous. I know, Doctor. I used to be squeamish, but now, sometimes even fits come over me and I feel like I could eat off the ground, or even eat the ground. I didn't know one could be so ravenous. I don't think it's hunger. I'm afraid it's a decisive symptom. Geophagia? Ah. From Greek eating earth, but only that, minerals, clay, and short. Raw products of inorganic nature often indicates the body's drive towards detoxification. Well, that's it then. Supple was correct. Have another chat with Lara before the day's over. We can manage that.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant. Ah, hello.
Who will take on the responsibility for us?
Sometimes I regret not studying medicine, having only my intuition to help guide me when I help people. On the other hand, that would have meant leaving this place, if only for a time, to study. A friend of mine managed to do that, but I couldn't imagine leaving. Let's get down to business. I came here to question you about the sanitary conditions of a house that sees plenty of visitors every day. Yes, of course. Provide clean bedding to those who stay the night. We thoroughly wash any dishes used by those who come to eat. We check everything that's been donated to us. What else? We have an emergency exit leading towards the river. You can walk around and see for yourself. At first glance, the house is in good condition. No signs of plague. Will you let me check the water? It's crucial during a plague, but also a possible infection vector. I'm no doctor, but my first thoughts also went to the water. My friend has given the idea of bringing it in from the steppe. The remote springs there. He literally carried the first barrel on his back. That's why we called him Cub as children. He's always been strong. You mean Burrow? That's nice of him. Doesn't mean we don't need to analyze the water in my lab. Of course. If you need to, go ahead. Take any samples you need, though, to be honest, the thought of you doubting this step water frightens me. Just a precaution, Laura. The water's probably fine. I hope.
I could use some quiet.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, hello. Orderly number 33, reporting to emergency command. That is to say, I'm reporting for duty. I'm number 33. What news from the hospital, 33? What the treatment results for those unfortunate souls you examined today? Luther, Finch, and one more, but I've forgotten the third. What's wrong with me? But you have everything in the papers. We'll be leaving papers like this every evening. Reports, charts, posthumous notes. What's this business about posthumous notes? I'm certain my patients are supposed to survive. Perhaps I mixed things up. Perhaps the letters of gratitude. You better take a look for yourself. Who knows how tangled my thoughts got onto this mass. That's why we keep written documentation, Doctor. Documentation is good. I, too, can barely keep track of what happened yesterday, or what will happen tomorrow. Diagnostic successful. All diagnoses are correct. The town will survive, receive an effective vaccine for at least today. All that remains is to sign the decree. Nice. Before that, let's analyze. Water is life. This water contains living agents of sand plague and brings death to anyone who drinks it. Oh, shit.
Every little makes a mickle.
Dr. Dinkowski, you're a hard man to find. Wherever I go, I tell people you've just left. Sorry, no time for idle chatter. I just found out the town's water supply is contaminated. That's why I've come to help. I want to help with that. Help? I know what you're going to say. Have you done enough, lad? Come for another shot at destroying the town after failing yesterday? But this time, I actually do know what needs to be done. This morning, I was told the plumbing had been destroyed. You don't mean ill, but you don't know anything about medicine. Maybe there is another field that you do know. I thank you for that trust, even though I haven't earned it. I meant to say that the destroyed plumbing system was my project, my brainchild. All the energy and resources I spent researching plumbing and water treatment. I'm glad some of it can be of use now. I don't understand. How can it be of use if it's destroyed? The piping itself is broken, but I checked. The filtering and chlorinating systems are intact. If we use them to treat the spring water, it should be good enough to drink. That's why I was looking for you. You're in charge now. Will you allow me to draft a water filtering decree for you? I admit it, but I might have been wrong about you. You might have just saved the town. Whew. Okay, first, let's put this decree here. Change decree. Experimental vaccine. Nice. Progress. Now, to tell Laura that she's unknowingly infecting people. I like the infinity signs over the clocks there to help make time last a bit longer. Now.
Clemency is born not from virtue, but from fear.
So what is it, Doctor? What took you so long? I can wait, but the people can't. You were still here when I first refused to give them water. Can I hand it out now? No! The water is contaminated with the plague. Oh. That's awful. I'll give the orders at once. Wait, Doctor, the water in the house of the living is steppe water. After that first barrel, I made arrangements with the water carriers I know. And since it's such a long way, I decided they delivered the water to more than just me. This isn't a catastrophe yet. We don't know if every barrel of the steppe water is contaminated or if we just got unlucky. How could I did it. I instructed the carriers. I've almost doomed my own shelter. I've let disaster out beyond its walls. Sorry, I'll get a hold of myself. Wailing won't help. Would you agree to test the other barrels in town, Dr. Denkovsky? Certainly. It might take a while. Finding them, taking samples, going back to the still water, waiting for results. Might know a way to save your time. Would your lab fit on a carriage? What you need for water testing, at least. I have someone I trust among the carriers. He could do that. Hi, Pat. Come here, please. Forgive me, my lady. Heard you talk. I did. You were pretty loud in your fretting, you and the doc. Need me to carry stuff around for the doctor, then? Yes, that'd be much appreciated. That I can do. Don't you worry. I'll go to your still water now, load it up, and catch up with you. You go along now. I know where they could have taken the other barrels. I'll mark it on your map. You should just take your sample and look for me somewhere nearby, wherever I can find a good spot for my wagon. Thank you for stepping up, iPad. This is vital. This is my one chance for redemption. Ah, stop it, little lady. Don't go tormenting yourself over nothing. Find everything, sort it out, and the good doctor will decide. It is very convenient to be able to test the water on the spot. A brilliant idea. Town resists its own salvation. No plenty of ignoramuses. No vaccination. No to murderous doctors. Oh. Well, that's just lovely. We no time to lose.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Example. Oh, that's really not helping. Analyze items. Material examined. Now let's high mineral content, no trace of sand lake. Water safe to drink. Good. Ah, fuck. Couldn't get the rest of it. At least I got some of it.
He was exhausted, dead tired. Kept saying, if I fell asleep, no one would wake tomorrow. It's like he was frightened of going to sleep. Felt he had to write to rest. So what were we to expect from such a man? He who never sleeps ends up sleepwalking. An exhausted helmsman spells a ship's demise.
So, now what? He's not standing in our way anymore. We can finally act precisely like we see fit.
In our way? Who's we? I have my own approach to the sandpest. So do you. Be on your way.
What matters is that he would be on his way back to the capital of his.
Why so jittery, Denkovsky?
The day is over. The end draws ever closer. A new pantomime is rehearsed here.
It's so lovely to see you this evening. All the more lovely for being uncertain. Glad to see you too, Eva. People came to me all day, sent me notes. They begged me to flee the town while there was still a chance. There was no chance. I knew it. I told anyone who would listen, you can't run from something, only to something. Otherwise you'll get lost, like a ship with no lighthouse. My lighthouse is my Thanatica. It calls me back to the capital. I didn't answer the call. Not this time. That's why it's so lovely to see you today. I wondered if you'd leave. I even wanted to go looking for you, to talk you out of it, but I didn't. I'd be imposing. Worse, you might have invited me to go with you. Thank you for not whispering in my ear. I had to make the decision to stay myself. I don't know what you left behind in the capital. No one here does. No one can ask you to forget one duty for the sake of another. Such choices are made in silence. I made mine. I'm standing before you. The people who asked me to run today kept saying it was the last chance, but for some reason, I doubt it. There will be another chance, a real one. No one can leave the town today, but on another day, everything will turn out differently. I wonder what you'll choose then. One day I'll leave, obviously, but not before the plague is defeated. I'm so sleepy, but I waited to see if you'd return or not. Sleep wouldn't come at all. I was afraid of seeing you in a dream, and then waking to a reality where you were gone. And now I'm exhausted. Good night, then. Rest well.
The broken ones don't lie.
On to the next day, then? Hmm. See, what is connected from here? Hmm. Hmm. Let's have another go at it. Day 5, which the bachelor will grab the only remaining line, Simon Kane. Okay, medical inspection. Protection from Shabnak. Ah, fuck. Really. Should have gone back to redo the water things. This is probably why the infection spikes so much. Because it gets around in the water. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me go back. Back to the past. Samurai Jack. Where's the one about the water? So we should be able to progress normally, I hope. Yeah, we can look at the rest of the barrels and stuff here. Okay, that's good. I will go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh wait, I forgot my shit. This is important. I need my shit. There's a clock.
As if things are animated.
Okay, let's try this again. Take sample. Analyze. Oh, infected. So, is the water good? It's great. For killing yourself, that is. Oh, you sure, Doc? Very. How can that be? Dragged it all the way from the step we did. Dozens of miles. So the plague which is all the way over there now? Perhaps the spring wasn't the issue. The plague could have gotten into the water in town. A sick man might have sneezed while walking past, by chance, or on purpose. On purpose? What do you mean, Doc? What kind of monster poisons water? No man nor beast can live without water. Everyone knows that. It is as if there is a plan behind this whole epidemic, some inhuman calculus. But now then, what do we do with this water, I mean? Give it to the young girl Glimsky for filtering, and please be careful from now on. I'm afraid we still have quite a few infections from contaminated water. Fuck you, trash can.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Hello? They must think it's funny. Think? It's impossible to come up with that by thinking. I'm positive they didn't use the thinking at all. How am I supposed to set my watch? I always check it against the tower. Hey, mister, do you know about the other clocks? Did they board them all up? Yes, all clocks in town, by decree of the emergency command. Well, ain't they smart up there? Go schmuck them armors. Watch your mouth, there's a kid here. What? I ain't saying nothing dirty, just sharing my thoughts on those sons of biscuits. I don't get it. All that iron wasted on this. Couldn't they put it to a better use? Damn right. I love a few words with the guy in charge, mother of pearl. Took perfectly good metal and shucked it all up. Now it's just rusting away. Makes my eyes hurt. Don't you all have things better to do than belly about the authorities? I mean, to be fair, unless you know how time works in this place, it would seem completely insane.
You're too high-strung.
Oh, loot. Sample, analyze. Okay.
If only I could live a year longer. A whole, endless year.
Dr. Denkovsky? Hi, Pet? There you are. Sorry, couldn't stay put. People are worried and thirsty. Oh, you tie your pretty feet again, my lady? Don't look after yourself at all. Always keeping others busy? Good timing, Laura. My analysis shows this barrel is clean. Then we distribute it. You know who needs it the most right now. What a relief. Not all is lost then. But what do we do with the infected water? Do we just pour it somewhere? That would be a waste. Young Vlad suggested filtering it with the equipment from the destroyed pipeline. It's worth a try. Oh, hope it all works out. And the town won't have to save every drop. Well, town won't have to save every drop, thanks to Vlad. And to you, of course, Dr. Denkovsky. I don't know what we'd do without you. Drink contaminated water and die one dripstick at a time? I had to spend half a day just stopping you from doing that. You know, Doctor, here's an idea. Might not be very convenient for you to be running back home to your tubes all the time, is it? Wasn't half bad today. Saved you some time at least. My wagon can fit all your stuff, and then some. Might you be in some need of me later on? A mobile chemical laboratory? Not a bad idea. Laboratory. There's a fancy word. I'll carry water for the townsfolk then, and that fancy glass of yours too. Like we agreed, I'll stand where I can be seen, and only where the plague's not too nasty. I won't run into any looters. It'll be easier for you than running back to the Stillwater. Very well, we have a deal. I can't turn down timely help. Pat's one of the most reliable helpers of the House of the Living. Even my father trusted him with errands. That's why I sent him along with you today. I'm sure you'll work well together. I'll be there at your place tomorrow, Doc. You can count on me. Today, I'd better help out at the shelter. Make sure there's no mix-up with the sick water. In Aqua Sanitas. New decree. Water filtration. Good shit. Aquavitae. Now we can have a chat with these people. Very well. Any recent fever, vertigo, sore throat, a cough? No, nothing like that. Alright, noted. Now, hey, where do you think you're going? Get in line. I'm Daniel Denkovsky. How's the vaccination going? Oh, Mr. Denkovsky, so nice to see you. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. My name is... I don't want to keep you longer than necessary. How's it going? Great, it's going great. We're ahead of the schedule. Once we're vaccinated in each other in front of the crowd, people started pouring in. Great job, thank you. Please, stop. Please, think twice about this. Your health is at stake here. What are you talking about? This damn vaccine. I suggest you hold off on getting inoculated, my good man. They're injecting people with some slop that was whipped up yesterday from whatever they had at hand. That's not the way to do it. Are you a doctor? Don't worry, I know a thing or two about medicine. I worked as a pharmacist assistant. I used to order medical periodicals from the capital, and I'd borrow them from him. An amateur, I see. The likes of you have done enough harm. I beg your pardon? I see you're against the vaccine. Would you like to hear about the alternative? I'm not sure I understand your insinuations, but do tell. The alternative is to burn the town to the ground, and it's already burning. The plague is spreading like a fire. This vaccine is our only chance. A dangerous medicine, but it's all we have. It's better than nothing, don't you see? Well, that's a bit over the top. Let's not succumb to panic and alarmism, shall we? I suggest you stop and think what you would find more outrageous, the vaccine or your town in ashes. That's funny. Now,
Mesoslimic.
let's continue past this. Is that everything for today? Anatomy Boar asked me to look after children. Okay, let's have a look at those. While we're at it, we'll see if I can trade with anyone, because I'm running low on drugs, I think. Actually, no, I have quite a lot of drugs. But not the right type of drugs. Can I trade with you? No, I need to go up. You? No. You? Yes! Drugs! Recipe, reagent, stimulant. Package. Colored glass shards. Finding secrets. Oh, bullet. Let's see, anything we can get? Yes, we'll get an extra match. Okay. Good trade. Now, what is you lot gawking at? This is so pretty. The town has never been so decked out, even for the holidays. Now look at all this nonsense. Oh, shush. All you ever do is complain. I've never seen anything like this, and I doubt I ever will. I'm glad this idea wasn't a complete disaster. Was it you who lit up the town, then? Why stop at this? You could have, I don't know, made people draw funny faces on their fences, or smutty words, as if we've nothing better to do. Stop it. You're in the mood for yourself and others. Cannot believe some people. Whatever you do for them, they find fault with it and ruin even the smallest trees. Shame on you. What did I do? I don't take down your lanterns. I don't ruin them. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm amazed you didn't get roughed up yet with a mouth like that. Don't be mad at him, please. I don't know what's gotten into today. What got it into him today. He's not his usual self. Think what you will. I don't want to look at things realistically. If you don't want to look at things realistically, it's your choice. Inere humanum est.
I'd rather not hear this.
Also, my heart's about to give out. Let's fix that. With the power of drugs. Oh, hello.
When sugar dissolves in tea, it's not lost, is it? Neither will you be.
I hear it. I hear the voice from below the earth.
This house was built by Farkad. He wasn't as daring a thinker as the twins, but he knew how to live into both the future and the past.
Whose voice? A man was shoved into a coffin and buried. Buried alive. He's screaming for help. What a nightmare. What are we standing around for? We have to hurry and rescue him. I don't know why they buried him. I just hear him underground. I sense him. Are we even sure he's in the cemetery? He could just be buried in someone's backyard. There, I heard it. Classic man buried alive. Couldn't he provide an address and coordinates? Fine. I'll find him myself. Oh, and my mania is immediately maxed out. Okay, okay, we're doing this now. Don't have time, fellas. I need to move. Gotta go fast. Oh, look. Uh... What am I looking for exactly here? Also, I'm gonna have a heart attack soon. Let's stop that.
Above it, Denkovsky. Better yet, farther from it.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Oh. Butterfly. Damn it, what am I looking for? Banging? Screaming? Hello? It stopped. It was ringing just now, from this very grave, then it stopped. I can't imagine. And this one? Thank you, boy, I was looking for it. Why didn't he come? I did everything right. You're a strange child. If I had a bell ringing from inside a grave, I'd be running away faster than 100 horses. Look at you, so old. You don't even know anything. Everyone knows this. You say the magic words into the cloth, cut your finger, soak the cloth in blood, and bury it. Then he'll come, drawn by the scent of blood. Oitoi Uxin, the dead man with the bell. I summoned him, but only rang once and went silent. Can't see that. And why did you summon him? I'm not telling. Why are you so sullen? Is someone hurting you? Treating you badly? Not for long. I'll ask Kotoi Utskin, and he'll kill them. You know, you don't have to summon the dead to get protection. You can turn to grown-ups. A grown-up is the one hurting me, beating me. I wish there was no grown-ups at all. I'm sorry. If home is too difficult, come to the Stillwater. A woman who lives there, Eva. She's kind. She'll be able to help you. I know it. Holy shit, there was actually a guy that... Reuben? Reuben suffocated. Reuben suffocated to the ground. Now I know where he was buried. Next time I'll manage to... Who the fuck dumped Reuben here? Well, at least we know where he is for next time. Hi, Grace. Hello. Hey, mister, look up. You see him? The lights? Ain't they pretty? They're everywhere. I can't remember the last time I smiled like that. Really? Did I still make you happy? Not even a little bit? Well, maybe a little. That's awful sad. Why not? I can't waste time on joy. Can't afford it anymore. Do all grown-ups feel this way? Well, let's hope not. I'm not growing up then. I'd rather stay little and happy. Let's hope you manage to grow up and stay happy. Someone ought to be able to pull it off after all.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
Hello. Did Bear send you? Bear said a grown-up would come and play with us while he's away. Stop, hold on a minute. There's supposed to be 3 of you, no? We should tell him.
A
No.
long neck and a fat body and hooves for feet. So it's an albino. And people say it wasn't the Earth that made it.
No, we shouldn't. He'll get worried. That's an ominous start to this conversation. Maybe he can help? Or he'll just punish us. You want him to punish us? Bear said there were 3 of you. Where's the 3rd child? It's not our fault, honest. Say, mister, have you ever seen a door disappear? Like, you walk through the door, then there's no door? No, not ever. I told you he was going to punish us. Too grumpy, even though it's not our fault anyway. We were playing hide and seek, and then there was this door, and Murky, and then the door, slam! And then it was just the wall there. We had nothing to do with it. We were just standing there, touching the wall. If I understand correctly, you're playing hide and seek, and you can't find Murky. Do I have that right? I told you, the door was right here. It just appeared in the wall. Murky went through it, and as soon as it closed, slam, gone. No more door, just this wall. Bear's gonna be upset. He's gonna be so upset. Please, mister, don't tell Bear we lost Murky. I swear. We asked her not to go in, but she said they were calling her, and she went in anyway. Door, right here, in this very wall showed up. Vanished. Am I understanding correctly? What a stupid old man you are. We told you we were playing hide and seek. A door appeared and then vanished, and Murky was here and then she vanished too. Murky! Murky! Murky, where are you? Yell with us, mister. You're big, so you've got a bigger voice, and we'll do it. It'll reach further. Murky! Murky! Murky, where are you? Murky, answer me! Oh, you can really scream, mister. I think I'm deaf now. I have an idea. Let's look outside the house for her. The door was right here, inside the house. So we'll go this way, and you'll go the other way. We won't miss anything like that. What? I can't hear you. I think I've gone deaf in both ears from his screaming. No, stop. Please. Stay right here where you are and don't move. I don't want any more lost kids on my hands. I'll look around the house myself. So you two stay put. Hello? Laughing. I heard it laughing. I never heard such a thing before. Pardon me, have you seen a child around here? A little girl? I have. Some kids were playing games over on the playground recently. There were a few girls among them. No, I know those ones. A little girl went missing somewhere nearby, and I'm looking for her. I can't help you. I'm short-sighted, so all the kids look the same to me. I don't even see faces, just blurry blobs. I can't stand the little brats anyway. They call me Mole Eye. Mole Eye. Not bad. Children of masses are coming up with offensive nicknames. You think that's funny? Absolutely no respect to your elders. You shouldn't treat me this way. I'm a sick man, so sick that I'm starting to have all sorts of bizarre hallucinations. I apologize. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just looking for a missing child. I think the water tower ate the child. I heard it laughing. After all the stories I've heard about the Shabnaka deer, I never thought she'd come for me as a water tower. Oh, this is new. Excuse me, could you repeat that? Who ate the child exactly? I walked past the water tower and I heard someone laughing. There was absolutely no one around. It struck me out of my wits. I'm not going back there again today. Where was this water tower? Just west of here, right behind this house. Thanks. This way. Think.
It's more honest now.
I have an awful lot to trade with you. Let's see, 2 walnuts, scarab. Some water? This will be good. Okay, I'm in the right spots. No, I don't think I am. The resources are nice, I think. Oh,
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch.
touch. Smooth as bone. Leave it alone. Haha, you're so small, really tiny. Where have you been? Your friends have been looking everywhere for you. I got lost, then I found myself again. I sit high, I look far, I can see everything from up here. Your friends told me that you went through some door, and then it vanished behind you. I followed the music and ended up in a room. A moth was there. When I saw it, it spoke to me. A moth spoke to you. You don't really expect me to believe that, do you? Haha, you're so silly. Moth can't speak. Grandpa spoke to me. The moth was just there. Grandpa asked what I wanted. I said I wanted to see the edge of the world. He said, alright, but it's really high up. Are you ready? I said yes. And he said if I got scared, a man would come and carry me back down. What did this grandpa tell you? He asked what I wanted. I said I wanted to see the edge of the world. He said, alright, but it's really high up. Are you ready? I said yes. He said I got scared, a man would come and carry me back down. I see. Talking to you is about as useful as talking to the water tower. I'll go tell your friends you're safe and sound. Wait, mister, help me down. I can't do it myself. Gladly. It's a bit scary seeing you sitting up there so high. Come on, just be careful. Oof.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Mister, hey mister, I've got a letter for you. Bear told me to make sure I delivered it to you personally. Well then, hand it over. Why are you holding it back? He told me that if I brought you the letter, I'd get a coin. Whoever promised you a coin should be the one to give it to you. The bear said you're not stingy. He also said you'd get a coin, so he lied twice. Mister, hey mister, please give me some tobacco then, will you? Smoking is bad for you. This is coming from a doctor. Wow, get a load of this grown-up. With no money and no tobacco. You don't even look like a beggar. Here, take your stupid letter. Thanks, boy. I wish you all the best. I wish some sense into the head of yours even more. Now. Wish you wanted from the town, or better yet, flee the country.
Yep.
Just agrees. What, are you out of your mind? I don't know, but my mom always says that, and Bear will never forgive us for losing Murky. Oh yeah, that does mean we have to run away, or wander the world until we die. Hooray! I've always dreamed of dying while wandering the world. The lady escaped, Murky's been found, and she's fine. Oh. Good. Don't sound so disappointed. Were you really that eager to run away? Murky is always causing trouble. Lost 1 minute, found the next. I helped her down from the water tower. She should be here soon, and you can tell her everything. Now. What was I given exactly? Brewer reports he's found a test subject for me, but there are issues. He's waiting for me at a hidden place in the Tanners. That's not too far from here. Well, that's mildly disconcerting. And Dankovsky's a very fast runner. There you are.
And I covered all in deathly mist.
Greetings, physician. Sorry I had to call you out here. The kids are safe and sound if you're interested. Thank you, Emshin. I value your help. I tried to get inside the termitary, but it's muy human. I've never seen that much security. If you couldn't get into the termitary, who have you brought with you? His name is Kenjur. He happened to be outside on the day the termitary was locked down, but his family was left inside. I found him in the abattoir. He's ill, Emshin. He's agreed to help your research, but on one condition. What's the condition? You will kill him. I'm looking for death, Emshin. What? Sorry, that's not quite what I meant. What I meant was, what? Give me death, quick and painless. Do you have any poison with you? Why do you want to die? I am Gat Sador Man, Emshin. All my family, my wife, and children. They all went underground with the sand plague. I'm a Vetche, too. I've been a Vetche for 2 days now. Both those children embraced me 2 days ago. But she took my loved ones and left me a Gat Salmal, Emshin. If you want to kill yourself, there's plenty of ways to do it. Why do you need me? I can't. Telling myself is Koatoi. Boto will punish me with blindness. Everyone knows it. If you take your own Amaldra, Boto takes your eyes out. Have I had no eyes when I'm underground? Can't see my loved ones again. What a day. No one would believe me if I told them. Is that what you called me out to this alleyway of all places, so that I could kill you without any witnesses? No. I don't go to the other part of town. That's Bad Grief's territory. I don't want his people to see me. Why's that? It's none of your business. I'm not prying into your set, gal. Don't you pry into mine. You're asking me to become your murderer. Before I make that decision, I need to understand who you are and what's at stake. Have the courage to be honest to the end. Karal Id. 2 days ago, my children and I felt evet bike. I wanted to escape the town. People said Takol had come back, so I took my family to the cemetery, told them to clue, and then I went to the warehouse and took money out of the cash. Grief's money. I stole from him to save my family, Imshin. You managed to steal from Grief. Not bad. Ask him to kill you then. Why are you dragging me into this? I'm not afraid of death, but I'm afraid of pain, Imshin. I've heard what Grief's people will do to Kogbek. You don't kill a rat. You cut off its tail and paws, that's what they say. I see. I sympathize with you, Kenjo. Let's say we have a deal. Describe your symptoms to me, please. How do you feel? My Tolgoi hurts, and there's a bitter taste in my mouth. It hurts to urinate, and when I do it, it's the color of earth. Everything around me looks yellow. Sounds like liver failure. I need to take a sample. Take my life, Imshin, and take everything else you want. I'm afraid I don't have necessary drugs to give you a peaceful death. I have some on me, physician. Take them. What have you dragged me into? Shit. Well, he's dead.
In any case, it's nice to be home.
He asked it for a painless death, Imshin. That didn't look painless. Do you think it's that easy? Then why did you kill him yourself, Imshin? Nothing to say to that, huh? I thought so. Well, that kind of sucks. On the plus side, I did get his tissue from that. Now, back to the lab. Whee!
Town dribbles.
Analyze. The tissue contains no microbial culture. The pathogen dies with the host. A dead sample is useless. Need to go further. It's an interesting sample, but the sand plague left after its death. We need living tissue. Well, progress at least.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Well, that's all I can do for now.
Tired of this noise.
Let's skip that time then. Now, on to day 5. Actually, wait. I need to save Ruben from being suffocated to death. Oops. See, where is he again? Okay. Let's make sure that Ruben does not get buried alive this time. Oh, my hunched friend. Table is quite exquisite. Fine woodwork. Wish I had time to read. I get one of those in the capital.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
Nah. Now let's go immediately to where Ruben is buried. Here we are.
What are you looking at? Do you find this funny?
You're welcome. Dankovsky, is that you? I thought it was done for. I must say, this coffin suits you remarkably well, but I digress. Who did this to you? The Haute d'Or. They believe Isidore revealed sacred mysteries to me. Secrets only the men who are permitted to know. They came up with quite an elaborate ritual. They buried me alive with a bell. Though I'm not sure if it was to mock me or to give me my chance. Wait, they buried you alive because you studied under Isidore? That's it? Are you accusing me of something? You're not wrong, but let's not have this conversation on the edge of my own grave. Ruben, this isn't amusing. Are you going to tell me to come back tomorrow again? And will someone else try to kill you in the meantime? I need to think. Lay a scale down on my sins, the ones that nearly got me killed twice over. Look at this from a doctor's perspective. What good will oxygen deprivation do for you once... What I have to tell you? I promise we'll talk tomorrow. I owe you, twice over. Fine, I hope you'll finally explain something. Hi, Grace. Let's head back.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
It wasn't you who buried him alive, was it? Nah, it probably wasn't you. Now, day 5, for real. Beginning of the day.
Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
Hi, Ava.
Maria says that people
Eva.
like you never dream. Is that true?
You probably want to ask whether town's fragmentation is Simon's design, and not a flaw in your perception. You remember our conversations in the wrong order. No, in the right one. I remember everything correctly, unlike everyone else. Simon was a teacher to me, I suppose. He taught me calligraphy, piano, and dowsing. I don't think he considered me an outstanding student, though. Then why did he teach you? Both Simon and Isidore had many students. I think it was more important to Simon that I agreed to live in the Stillwater. It's a difficult house. It exhausts most people, and out of gratitude, he showed me a few things here and there. It exhausts people. I find it very useful. That's good. It means I've made it a bit more livable after all. Let's talk about the Stillwater another time. You know how people sometimes say a person of integrity? Simon believed that integrity and wholeness limit a person, and that to become something greater, one must first stop being a monolith. It's fair enough to realize that you're made of cells and filled with bacteria, but a person can be reduced down to just those things. The Canes also believe in memory. They believe part of a person is the imprints they leave on other people, places, and objects, and that the more of your traces settle on them, the less you're imprisoned by your body, or your lifespan. I often address myself in the second person in my thoughts, as if there was more than one of me. It's hard, isn't it? When everything gets mixed up? But then again, it should be hard. A trial requires exertion. Is this the path Simon laid out for me? I don't know. What difference does it make? Would you even be able to step off it now if you wanted to? Would you? Actually, forget it. Stupid question. Now, decrees. Water filtration. Minus 75% on aging. Ah, it has way less unrest. That's good. That's very good. Change fuel for medicine. Stopping time helps a little bit. Quarantine. Unrest is growing. Stopping time. Not too bad. Could be better, but better than it was. Now, what do I have in store for today? I think I will end it there. I'm feeling hungry. Damn, this game is really interesting. I will continue this on Wednesday.